that go up. So it's all about the research. So Noah, let's get into it. 10 seconds ain't gonna make or break nothing. I appreciate it, everybody joining the live stream as usual. Uh, Once again, as usual, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys share the channel. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon page, which is available now. So let's get into it, y'all. Today is a pretty decent day when it comes to the start of the market. Things are going relatively good. Um, Nothing too crazy. AMC has gone up. For the people who actually seen my post yesterday, we talked about how the reason why it went up was because they actually sold over $230 million worth of shares to a company called Mudrig or some shit like that. That company ended up selling those shares the same day because I guess they felt like the price point was overvalued. Most hedge fund companies, most companies who actually understand economics know, and I hate to keep coming off like I'm hating on what AMC is doing. Like I don't want it to sound like that because I made a lot of money off AMC personally from the last time it went up like that. But it is important to know that this company holds no real value to justify the price point that it currently is at right now. So when they sold that share, and you can look this up, it's public information. They shared it. They sold it specifically because they felt like the price point is overvalued. The only reason why AMC is afloat right now is because of retail investors. I just read this article. It's actually on CNBC, I believe. Actually, no, it's on Market Watch, where they say that over 80% of the equity in AMC currently is from retail investors. That means 80% of the ownership of this company, like the reason that this shit is afloat is because of people looking for the lick through stock markets. So the second that you niggas decide that y'all gonna want to walk away and just say, you know what, I'm done with AMC. This company is gonna probably, I'm not gonna say it's gonna go bankrupt, but it's gonna be bad. Like it's not gonna sustain the number that it currently is at right now. So once again, I'm happy for the people who still got the AMC money. Like get the money, do your fucking thing. Like I ain't mad at it, but just know once it hits a certain number, just don't sit and wait for it to go all the way back down to 9, $10. Leave with something. You know what I'm saying? Now that it's at 41, $42 right now. Yesterday I said based off it being 31, leave at 25. Now that it's at 41, 42, just don't allow yourself to let it go under 35 without you leaving and getting that money. You know what I'm saying? So do what you want in terms of getting in. I think if you buy in at this point, you're an idiot. Like you would just be stupid. There's a million other things you can invest into, but for everybody else, I would just say watch the show, and if you invested into it now, don't let it get below $35. Um, what's really driving the economy right now is the same thing we were talking about yesterday: energy stocks, crude oil. That's been the biggest thing. The announcement that OPEC is going to be opening up, developing more oil going into July. That's not only going to lead to stocks going higher, but also lower gas for everybody. So even if you're not invested in the stock market, you're going to receive the benefits from that. So a lot of why the market is what it is today, it still has a lot to do with the energy sector. Um, in terms of there was something specifically that I wanted to talk to y'all about in terms of Zoom. Zoom had a earnings call yesterday where they actually announced that they did way better than expected. So that stock went up. I don't know how I necessarily feel about investing into Zoom long term, being that a lot of these offices are opening back up. One of the reasons why Zoom popped the way it did is because niggas was working from the crib. And in reality, if you're not working from the crib, Zoom is not going to be as viable as it once was. So I'm not going to sit here and recommend doing it. Just reporting the news. The stock went up because they announced that they did better in terms of the last quarter. So, in terms of that, I really wanted to speak mainly on Dogecoin today. For the people who are invested into Dogecoin, a lot of people noticed that the shit went from about 30 cents last night to, I believe, last time I checked, it's at like 41 cents, which, if depending on what kind of amount of shares you holding in Dogecoin, I mean, that's a game changer. I know for me, it was good, man. Anytime you go to sleep and wake up and get a comma, you know what I'm saying, while you sleep, that's a dub. You know what I'm saying? That's a W. You know what I'm saying? It's a big win. So the reason why Dogecoin is doing what it is because Coinbase said that they're going to be opening up transfers for shares for Dogecoin tomorrow. They originally announced 2 weeks ago that this was going to be pushed out about 6 to 8 weeks out. I don't know why they decided to push it out earlier. It's not a bad thing for them because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit them as a company. They've been sitting here watching companies like Webull and all these other companies. Even Robinhood have the ability to sell Dogecoin, and they've been playing the bench. So this is just a golden opportunity for them to really start capitalizing, especially being that they are the number one crypto platform in the world. It's just only right that Doge finally makes an appearance. So that is the reason why Dogecoin has gone up over the last 24 hours, well, really 12 hours, is because of that announcement from Coinbase. Now, being that tomorrow is the actual day that they're accepting payments, I just have to assume that it's going to go up tomorrow as well. Don't quote me on that. I'm not saying, I'm not saying to quote me on that, but ultimately you just have to assume because the last time it went up a significant way with Dogecoin is when Webull announced that was it Webull or whatever the eToro. It was because eToro announced that they were taking coin Dogecoin. That was the last time Dogecoin went up like 10, 20 cents was when that actually happened. So once this happens, which once again is supposed to be tomorrow, I just have to assume that it went up 30% last night. It should probably go up another 20 to 30%. Should, don't quote me on it, but if we're going based off history, I would assume that that's what it would be. You just have to think anybody who has Coinbase is going to get Dogecoin tomorrow once it becomes available, especially the people who are loyal to that platform. So that is why Dogecoin shot up overnight. It wasn't just some miraculous thing. This is the reason why Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of those other stocks haven't gone up is because it didn't have anything to do with them. It's mainly just Dogecoin. It's going to be available on the largest crypto trading platform starting tomorrow. So, that's pretty much it, man. There's Fed Chair Powell, who is the head of the Fed Chair, the Federal Reserve. He'll be talking on Friday. Obviously, I won't be here then, so that's something to keep in mind. But for the most part, everything is still pretty stagnant, man. At the end of the day, you guys have to tap into some of these non-conventional stocks. Inflation is keeping everything pretty flat. As long as inflation is a thing, and I hate to keep saying this every single time, but this is literally the reason why stocks are not really moving up and down too much. Shout out to anybody who got Roblox. Um, I told you niggas, like I told you niggas. I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about Roblox last week. I told y'all. Should I take my profit from Dogecoin out now or wait? No, no, bro. You keep it in. They just announced that it's going to be available on Coinbase tomorrow. Coinbase is the largest platform for cryptocurrency in the world. So once Dogecoin becomes available to that, then this shit gonna go up. I'm selling now. That'd be crazy. You sold Roblox too early. Hey, I hate it had to be you, Slime. Hey, don't get it twisted. I sold it too. Like I want to be honest. I actually said this on my live stream yesterday. I bought it at 64. I sold it at like 88. It went back down, and I got it again at 68, and now it's at the hum bun. But I told when I first talked about Roblox when it first went public, one of the main things that I was telling people was that it was predicted to hit $100 within the first month or two. The shit's only been available for months, and today it went up. So far, it's up $4 and it's right at $100. So once again, for the people who know King Fly, who's part of King of the Dot, make sure y'all tag him. He was trying to tell me that shit was dropping down to $45. Shout out to King Fly. I know he not gonna sit here and admit it, but shout out to King Fly, man. We had $100, brother. And there's no side of this shit going down. There's no side of it going down simply just due to the fact that this is a kids generated thing. It's video games. Video games ain't going nowhere just because COVID is clearing up. Niggas play video games, kids play video games, and Roblox leads the charge when it comes to kids video games. You can't go around that, and it's still a brand new company in terms of it being public. You just can't miss out on them opportunities, y'all. What do you think Dodge will go up to? Man, I'm still going for the buck. Anybody who's invested in Dogecoin at this point in time, you're invested because you think at some point in time it's going to hit the dollar. Now, will it eventually go past the dollar? Probably. But the people who are invested into it, they're invested into it because they thought it would hit a dollar. Like, we all had that chance where we could have sold that shit at 75 cents the week before Elon Musk went to Elon Musk went to Saturday Night Live. Like, it hit up to 75 cents. Most people didn't sell because they thought it was going to hit the buck, and because of that, a lot of people missed out on some thousands. But that's neither here nor there. So I would just say the benchmark should be that $1,000 point. I mean that dollar point. The dollar point for most people is the benchmark, and then anything past that is really kind of just house money. Another reason why Dogecoin went up so much is once Coinbase actually announced that they were going to be, lit tomorrow. Elon Musk once again posted yesterday about Dogecoin. And he is one person that can affect how this Dogecoin shit works. And I think he understands, he kind of put his foot in his mouth with the whole Saturday Night Live shit, and it kind of fucked up a lot of people's money. So he's back behind it again. And he said that he was taking Dogecoin to the moon. He was gonna make it available for SpaceX. I don't know how that's exactly gonna work, but he's pushing for it. So at the end of the day, there's no reason to. I mean, the fact of the matter is, this is how Dogecoin works. It goes up, it goes down. It was at that down point for like 30 point. You just have to assume it's going to eventually go up. That's the trend that it's always done. So if you were to sell Dogecoin now, you're going to miss out on a lot of potential opportunity, even if it takes another 6 months or 3 months. Um, you just don't want to miss that opportunity. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Once again, stock market is up mainly because of the crude oil. Dogecoin is up because of Coinbase. So in terms of actual stocks, like I said, the Patreon is officially available. I do want to salute everybody who got straight to it. If you did get straight to it, then you already know the first thing that I posted about, and that first thing that I posted about has already went up in profit today, like since posting it. And the good thing about it is what I posted about will continue to grow because of the industry that particular thing is a part of. I've spoke about it in the past, but we done giving stock tips on the live stream. The live stream is solely about what's going on in the news today. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon page. The link is actually in the bio. It's also in my bios for all my socials. But once again, as a reminder, there's two different levels for the Patreon page. The first one is content, where you get 2 posts extra a week and a video per week. The VIP is where you not only get all that information, but also send you weekly letters starting Sunday of what companies are going public, what companies are doing stock splits, and what companies are doing major mergers within the following weeks that could potentially benefit you, as well as I'll give you the ability to ask me one question per month, to where you'll get a video response. Once again, even if I don't know the answer that day, I'll do all my due diligence to make sure I'm giving you the correct information long term. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Once again, just make sure y'all tap in to the live stream. I do appreciate everybody for pulling up, and yeah, talk soon.